Let's move on to class now. What are some ecosystems we could find on land? Does anyone know an ecosystem we could find on land? Is this Goku? Goku?
Yes.
What are some ecosystems we could find on land? What are some ecosystems we can find on land? Just have to name me one. Just remember, an ecosystem is anywhere that a plant, an animal, or non-living thing are interacting, a bunch of interactions together. Where do you know where are plants and animals? What's a place that you know? It could be anything on land. Do you know the ecosystem that has a lot of trees inside of it? There's a lot of trees, deer, squirrels. It's called a what? Let's see if anyone can help out. How about Cherry? What's an ecosystem on land? No, what's an ecosystem on land? We're now moving on. We're no more Finding Nemo. What is an ecosystem on land?
A house?
A house maybe, but no, we're looking a little bit bigger. So what are some ecosystems you've learned about so far that might be on land? What was the really dry one? What was the really dry one that has cactus in it?
Sand.
Sand? No, what's the sand and cactus in? It's in a big what?
Big desert.
Yeah, a desert. How about David? Do you have another one?
The forest.
Yeah, a forest is an ecosystem. Yeah, there's tons of different ecosystems. Let's see if anyone, you guys can also chat me. Harry said, forest, desert. Yeah, so these are a few of them that I have come up with. We have the tundra, the taiga, a forest, a tropical rainforest, a grassland, and desert. And these are just my examples. There's so many more. These are the main ones. And here's some pictures of them. You have a grassland where there's tons of grass and animals grazing on the grass. You have forest with a bunch of trees, desert with snakes, sand, cactus, stuff like that. You have a tropical rainforest, the tundra, which might be new for you guys, but just imagine a really cold, desolate, which means nothing. There's only rocks and really tiny plants. And then the taiga, which is usually a very, very cold forest with only trees with the pine needles that we learned about. These are just some examples. So guys, if you ever need an example of a land ecosystem, this slide can help you with that. You got tons, you got 6 different ones. And make sure you guys remember these because we're going to be playing a game at the end of class with them, okay? So grassland, you have a tropical rainforest, tundra, the taiga, the desert, and a forest. Okay. Let's see if you guys can say one of these words. Let's see if you guys can say this word. Okay. I'd like you guys to say that word right there. How about courage? Could you say that word for me?
Tundra.
Yeah, tundra. Good. And this is a taiga. This is a hard word. It looks like I just remember like tiger. So you got a taiga, a taiga. Okay. That's a very hard word. You don't really need to know that word. I just wanted to show you what it looks like. There's a taiga, a tundra, desert, tropical rainforest, grassland, and forest. Okay. So let's move on to some reading. Okay. So I'm going to read the first part. Living on land. You've seen that bison live in grassland ecosystems. What other types of land ecosystems are there? So now we're going to learn about some land ecosystems. Okay. So active reading. As you read these 2 pages, which this is part of your book, I hope you guys read this part of your book. As you read these 2 pages, draw circles around the names of ecosystems that are described. If not, that's why we're reading it in class together. Because I know not everyone has the book. You guys make sure you read at home, okay? I'll assign reading tonight. So we got, who would like to read about forest ecosystems? Forest ecosystems. Let's have Sophia. Could you read forest ecosystems for us?
Forest ecosystem have a lot of trees.
Tropical
Tropical rainforests have many different kinds of trees. These forests are warm and wet all year long. Animals like I can talk.
Jaguar.
I can say this word.
Jaguar.
Well, oh my.
It's okay. Toucans.
Okay. And monkeys live in tropical forests. Some forests have warm summers and cold winters. Woodpeckers, squirrels, deer, and bears are common. But trees such as oaks and maples, those will live in the fall. Our land ecosystem are shown on these 2 pages.
Yeah. So there's tons of different environments with different climates, different trees, different everything, different types of food. So I have a question for class. Why do some plants and animals live in certain environments? Why do certain plants and animals live in certain environments? Why would you choose to live in a certain environment? Raise your hand if you know. Why would you live in a certain environment? Harry, why might an animal decide to live in a certain environment?
Because their adaptations are for this environment.
That is a very, very good answer. So that's perfect. So certain plants and animals have different adaptations to survive in a certain environment. Would a cactus survive in a rainforest? Would a cactus survive in a rainforest? Sophia, would a cactus live in a rainforest? Sophia, would a cactus live in a rainforest?
I think no.
No.
But
Why
cactus
not?
belong to, because that is not their environment.
Yeah, so if I went and I ran to a desert, picked up a cactus, and ran it to a rainforest and planted it, what would happen to the cactus, do you think? I think the cactus would die. I don't think the cactus could survive in a rainforest. Remember, a cactus has an adaptation of its leaves being needles. In a rainforest, it would need those leaves for photosynthesis and would probably get no sunlight and die. That's why you won't find a cactus in the rainforest. Okay. So on this page, we have woodpeckers, squirrels, deers, bears. We've already read this. There's trees such as maples that lose their leaves in the fall. So some trees will lose their leaves in certain ecosystems. So this is a desert ecosystem. We've gone over this many times. Here are some animals that you can find in your book. You have kangaroo rats, rattlesnakes, and cactus populations live in deserts. Does anyone know what a kangaroo rat is? A kangaroo rat? Courage, what do you think a kangaroo rat is? I'll tell you guys what it is real quick. Oh, Courage, what is a kangaroo rat? Do you have a guess?
I eat a kangaroo, but it is small.
Yeah, it's a very small kangaroo. It's a rat. It's a rat, so it's like this big, but it hops around like a kangaroo. Do you guys know any, raise your hand if you know any plants or animals that live in the desert. Raise your hand if you know any plants or animals that live in the desert. David rose his hand. You can also type me in the chat.
Rattlesnake.
A rattlesnake. Yeah, there's tons of snakes in the desert. Cherry?
Rascal.
A what? What lives in the desert? What's another plant or animal that lives in the desert? It can be any plant or animal you know that lives in the desert. There's some in the reading as well.
Snake.
Yeah, a snake. You guys really like snakes. How about Lily?
Cactus.
A cactus. Yeah, there's tons of different things that live in a desert. Let's move on to a different habitat. So you got ecosystem in the mountains. Stellar jays, which is the bird, mountain goats, and pine trees live in different mountain ecosystems. These ecosystems are found on the high side of mountains. They are cold most of the year. I have a question for you. What plants and animals live in mountain habitats? That's supposed to say mountain habitats. What plants and animals would we find in a mountain habitat? How about Antung? What are some animals? What are some plants or animals we would find in a mountain habitat? Do you know any?
Animal in mountain habitat?
Yep.
Can it be a wolf?
A wolf?
Can?
Yeah. Yeah, a wolf. A wolf can be in a mountain habitat. Wolves live in the mountains. Harry said white hair. Remember, guys, you can type me. I'm reading your answers in the chat. If you don't get called on, make sure you type in the chat your answer. If you have an answer, I will read it to class. Yeah, so you got wolves. You got pine trees. You got flowers, grass. Tons of things live in the mountains. Maybe you got a bear. A big black bear, a brown bear, there's grizzly bears. There's tons of different bears that live in the mountain as well. Okay, so now I got some science concepts to check with you. Yeah, a rabbit. Yeah, rabbits live in the mountains. Why don't fish live on sand in a desert? Why do fish live on sand? Why don't fish, sorry guys, why don't fish live on sand in a desert? Why don't fish? Ronaldo. Why don't fish live on sand in a desert?
Because if
Fish live on sand in a desert. It will die because uh, they do not have
You remember the word? They don't have what?
they don't have air to breathe.
Yeah, they don't have the air to breathe because their air they need to breathe is in water. Fish need to live in water to survive. So Harry already answered this. Why do you think animals choose to live in the environments they live in? Well, who else knows why an animal might choose to live in a certain environment? Katie?
Yes.
Why do you think animals choose to live in a certain environment?
Because each animals have different adaptation, so they can live in different places.
Yeah. So the adaptations are different, but another good answer is the environment provides things an animal needs, such as food and water. Imagine if you're a bird that loves to eat fruit. Imagine you're a bird that loves to eat fruit, but then you go to the desert and there is no fruit. You won't be able to survive. Okay, what do you think the bison who lives on grasslands eat? What does a bison eat? What does a bison eat on a grassland? James, what does a bison eat on a grassland?
The bison eat grass in the grassland.
Thank you. Yeah, they eat grass. And final question, do plants that live in the rainforest prefer a dry climate or a wet climate? Lily?
They prefer a wet climate.
Yeah, they prefer a wet climate. So what is a habitat? Who can answer me what is a habitat? Let's see if anyone shows up. Okay, so I'm gonna choose anyone that's here. How about, let's go with Goku. Goku, what is a habitat?
Habitat means I don't remember.
Okay, here's the definition. Could you read it for class? Could you read that for class? Myth, can you please read it? Habitat is what? Okay, I don't know where Myth went, but habitat is the space where a plant or animal lives. Okay? This can include the food, shelter, protection, and mates for reproduction. Food, shelter, and protection, and mates for reproduction. Yeah, Harry, is the space where a plant or animal lives. We have a new word, climate. Climate. Let's all say the word climate as a class. Climate. In 3, 2, 1, go.
Climate.
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 Yeah, the reason I decided to define climate for you guys is because your book uses the word a lot and doesn't really explain what it means. But climate is the weather in an area over a long period of time. So it's a weather like rainy, sunny, hot, cold, but over a long period of time. So not just one day, but for weeks or months. That is climate, okay? It is weather over a long period of time. So if you guys see the word climate, they're talking about how much it rains, how hot it is, stuff like that. Let's play our game. So we're gonna play a little game, and all it is images, pictures are gonna come on the screen. And I want you guys to yell what habitat you guys think it is. What habitat you think it is. Okay, so I'm gonna unmute everyone. So we're gonna play a game. So when you guys figure out which habitat is, I want you guys to yell the habitat out. So let's get ready to play. In 3, 2, 1, go. What is it? You guys don't see the
I
picture?
see. It's a grassland.
Good.
Grassland.
Grassland. Okay, guys, we have a few more. I'm gonna unmute everyone, and then I'm gonna switch the screen. Get ready. In 3, 2, 1, go.
Habitat.
What habitat is this?
Land. Grassland.
Mountain. Mountain.
Yeah, this is a mountain. This is a mountain habitat.
Tundra.
Weird. Okay, let's do another one. In 3,
Mountain.
2, 1, go. What habitat is this?
Forest.
Rainforest.
Rainforest, guys. Rainforest. Good job, guys. Rainforest. That was quick. Lisa got it. Lisa got it. She was the quickest. That's who I heard. 3, 2, 1, go.
What forest?
Not a forest.
Tundra.
Tundra. Good job, guys. That was really quick. Okay, one more left. In 3, 2, 1, go.
Forest.
Yeah, there's a forest. There's a squirrels, deer, all of that. Okay. And this was a what? What is this?
Desert. Desert.
You guys know all these habitats. You guys are really good at this. You guys are way quick, really quick. Okay, let's finish review and then it's time for you guys to go. Which habitat gets more rain? A mountain habitat or a desert habitat? How about Neymar? Which habitat gets more rain? A mountain habitat or a desert habitat?
Mountain.
Good job. It's a mountain. Okay. Why do different plant and animals live in different habitats? Why do different plants and animals live in different habitats? You guys have answered this so many times. They need certain food, shelter, protection, and need to find mates for reproduction, okay? Do plants and animals have adaptations to survive in different environments? Do plants and animals have adaptations to survive in different environments? Cherry. Do plants and animals have different adaptations to survive in different environments? Do you remember the meat-eating plants? The ones that ate meat, the ones that ate flies?
Yes.
Yeah, that's an adaptation, and it helped them survive in an environment without that many nutrients. So do adaptations help an animal survive? I think you know. Yes or no? It's just a yes or no answer. Yes or no? Do adaptations help a plant or animal survive? Okay, who can type me the answer? Harry just said yes. Yes, adaptations. Plants and animals also have different adaptations to survive in certain environments. Okay, so that's it. Your homework is just to draw one of your land ecosystems and to draw different plants, animals, and their habitats, okay? Choose any land ecosystem you want. I want you guys to include the plants, animals, and climate. And do not write the name of your habitat on the paper because I want the class to be able to guess it. But we'll send out this homework with instructions as well as some reading. But I hope you guys all have a really good day. Sorry for keeping you guys a little bit late. Bye-bye, guys.
Goodbye.
Have a good day, guys.